We're doing it again.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
I think we're live.
You know what's unfortunate is we were unable to, for you and I, to wrap up our interview with John Machota. And I say that's unfortunate because I didn't get to shoehorn in a Detroit parking lot reference. I wanted him to just leave that interview and then go Google it.
Does that have something to do with sex?
It's a sexual act, but not sex per se. So, for example, if the Lions win in the divisional round, or the conference championship, and he is there, would he have someone eating his butt while he had his hands on a car in the parking lot?
That's what they were doing in the Detroit parking lot?
Yeah. That's fandom.
See, I was going to just plug the One Star Cowboys podcast.
It's a good one.
But, you know, I guess you wanted to do that thing, and I was going to do the other thing. You know, since we are kind of on video, are we going to be on video again tomorrow? I guess to a more limited audience, perhaps, if we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you guys something. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Because you know the new Superman movie. Have you seen that there's a trailer out?
I've seen that there's a trailer in our folders, but I have not seen the trailer itself.
Yeah. So in fact, I'm glad you reminded me to look in the right place. It's in our folder here. I wanted to show you guys the Superman trailer and tell you why I'm out.
Oh, wow.
As a Superman fan from way back, certainly the original Superman, you could see the poster behind me on my wall. Right over there, the big man himself. Let's just describe the trailer, and then I'm going to tell you when I decided I was out. Okay?
Can I guess? Superman's black.
Looks like a meteor just fell to the ground or something, and in the snow. It wasn't a meteor. Look, that's Superman. He's lying on his side.
But he got his little outfit on.
Oh, look, he's wheezing. There's a flashing back and him walking through as Clark Kent.
Oh, come on. It doesn't work in modern day Clark Kent.
Okay, so now I'm not out yet, although I should be out. Because look, here's Superman, broken, beaten, lying in the snow, bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that work? I thought you're an instructor. Oh, no, you can bleed, though? You can just
get
scraped?
It go?
Like, how do you get scraped? Is that like scraping a diamond? How do you scrape it? Like,
yeah, so how much blood can he lose?
Yeah, is he allowed? Can he? Yes. How does he get more blood? Is there a transfusion somehow with somebody else?
See, I was going to say I'm out because Clark Kent, this is like a really ripped CrossFit bro that they just put a wig on. And they're
right,
like, trying to look dorky.
Yeah.
Like, God, I'm not buying it.
I'm still in, though. I'm
okay.
Intrigued. But there is a moment coming up very soon where I will be totally out and I will never watch this movie.
Okay, Superman's white. Kevin James?
Hey.
Oh, cool. We put a little guitar riff on the... like that. All right, Lois Lane, kind of a root. Lois Lane's always a root. But I don't mind this Lois Lane. She's more of a...
Root?
Yeah, nothing wrong with her.
Janine Garofalo, but better, right? This girl.
Boy, I guess I'm going to need to see another look. Because
You thought she was looking great?
Yeah.
It's on that a little more Rudy than I realized.
All right.
Oh, she's from... This is Basil.
That's her?
Yeah, apparently so.
She's the Bebop. So Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, the director of the Guardians. So I'm supposed to be like...
James Gunn.
Oh, okay. All right. Excited. She on the farmhouse. There's, looks like young Superman, probably with his dad who's going to die or something. You know, okay, it happened, Dad. It's summer. And no, it's Christmas. He's that's it here.
What?
Yeah, so his dog shows up, and now I am out. His dog, it's a white dog wearing a cape.
What the?
Home. Take me home.
Well, apparently we have a super dog. Again, that's a cape. Here's a cape.
This is not lore. Like, this is not part of the books.
I do recall, like, as a kid, like, oh, there'd be some comic books with Crypto, his dog, or something. But that was just the silly comic book stuff. Like, that's not real Superman.
Okay.
There's, like, where's the super dog? You're explaining to me that Superman traveled, hundreds of light years, thousands, whatever, to get here, and he derives his power from our sun. And we do know our sun certainly has certain power. He gives us some certain. So, all right, I'm going to buy that. I'm buying the scientific. I'm
in.
How's the dog super dog? Like, you can just tell him I need to go home because I'm too beaten to move. I can't do it. I've fell like a meteorite. Here, I'll just give you my cape. You put it in your mouth, and you're going to now drag me to safety.
Did he live on this other planet also?
No,
That's what I'm saying. Like, did they have?
they didn't send a dog thousands of light years away.
Yeah, no.
What's going on here?
I'm not on board. I'm not on board. And also, why'd they pick such a lame little dog? Looks like a dog you've had.
Yeah, how about a big bat, like a Dax dog?
Yeah, get Zeke's dog.
Yeah, like my dog would be the Superman dog.
Yeah, okay. I'm out.
So you guys are with me.
We're definitely with you.
I mean, you guys are probably out no matter what, just
Because
because it said Superman.
I feel like maybe Blake and I go see it for you, but otherwise, I'm not Superman.
No, I'm okay.
Being really into Superman feels like something I should be into because it feels like divorced parent energy. Like just fantasizing about being able to fix problems with your powers. Like, oh, I need a real male role model in my life. What if he were Superman? Whereas me, I just chose Michael Irvin.
And Bill Bates.
And Bill Bates, yeah.
The news today will be brought to us by Factor Meals. Boy, it's great to have some Factor Meals on hand during
No doubt.
while you're all snowed in.
No doubt. I'm a Factor fan. I'm a longtime customer now. You can go to factormeals.com/dumbzone 50 off. Dumbzone 50 off. You'll get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Dumbzone 50 off. And yeah, I mean, people have told us they've lost weight because you can get some healthy options. The portions are controlled for you.
They even have something like for that specifically, like Factor Keto meals.
Factor Keto.
You ever hear that?
You get your Protein Plus if you're in gain season. I have not had a bad meal from Factor. They've got dozens of them up there every week, 40 options for you a week. It's real good food. And for me, like I said, I don't like a lot of vegetables. There's not been a Factor vegetable I had that I didn't like. So go check them out. Factormeals.com/dumbzone 50 off.
Here's Jay with the Dumb Zone News.
Yeah, so most of the news is the West Coast is on fire.
I know, we can't even focus on ourselves here.
I know.
Hey, we're snowed in.
On our own tragedy.
Yeah,
And
like our whole neighborhood just burned down.
spent a lot of time last night just flipping around from coverage. You know, you got to get the reporter in the field. Like I saw Anderson Cooper was out there. Fox News had a guy out there. It might even have been Steve Ducey, now that I think about it. But what you really want is that. You want the on-the-ground coverage, like, oh, my gosh, that's apocalyptic looking, the imagery. What I'm less interested in is how they have to fill time in between the field shots, which is figuring out how much of this is Biden or Trump's fault.
That seems to be, at least Twitter.
Yeah.
If you jump on Twitter, it's just all it is.
Now, there are some policy-related things here that are interesting. Like, for example, recently, the funding for the LA Fire Department was cut pretty significantly in the budget. So that's not great. You know, talk about your timing backfires.
I know, but if you want to see the political back and forth I've been seeing is that, hey, all the Democratic leaders cut the funding to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see the retort to that is, yeah, but all these Republican whatever wouldn't help us pass this unless we cut the funding.
I mean, typically it is more of a conservative fiscal move, right, to cut funding.
Yeah.
to something and like say, oh, we're throwing away a bunch of money on social services. And sometimes that's true. But in this case, it's not great timing. And also, as you said, if you're in charge, people are just like, oh, Democratic leader. Not
had to work
different
together to get
groups
it
of
done.
people,
Whatever. Yeah. But either way, it's just bad bit.
That's a tough one. And then as far as the Palisades specifically, just reading a lot about, and there are people blaming people for this too, but really over the last 5 years, people who live there have been pleading with the city and I guess the governing body over that portion of the city of like, we've got to get a better escape plan here or evacuation plan because there's pretty much one way in and one way out. That's kind of what makes it unique is that it's an enclave away from the hustle and bustle of the city. But when you need to get out of there, and you're probably going to have to need to get out of there based on where it is and the propensity for fire, people are just stuck. And that's where you got all those video of people just leaving their cars and basically just running towards the ocean. Like there was even, let me see if I have.
Well, I didn't see any of that.
This excerpt, a police officer, this is a family that lives there trying to get out. A police officer on the route directed them to head west along Sunset, where the couple found themselves stuck in gridlock. The road was so clogged with panicked residents that traffic was barely moving. The woman said an emergency responder told everyone to abandon their vehicles and flee toward the beach on foot.
Wow.
And so then there's bulldozers coming through just totaling these cars because they, the people can't get out. They're stuck on the road and fire is approaching them.
Wonder if you get good insurance back for those cars then.
Yeah, I'm sure you do on the cars. I did read a lot. I did see a couple people saying that home insurance premiums in California have just gotten, they're 3 times what they were 10 years ago.
See, that's what we always talk about. Would it be a dream to live out there? The weather is great, usually.
Yeah, but
everything's so expensive. The traffic is so big. Everything is so expensive. Your price per square foot type thing. And then I guess you never even think about, insurance in case there is an earthquake.
Yeah. Or a fire.
And in fact, I think a lot of those homes insurance were canceled in the last year or so just because of the threat of fire.
Wasn't it like 2 years ago that
Maui?
There was a big fire going on then.
Well, Oprah started that one.
What's that?
Oprah started that one.
Oprah, Ellen, Obama, maybe.
Oprah started the one in Hawaii.
That's what I was saying, Maui. You're saying California fire?
Yeah, there was a California that we were all worried about fish
Spencer
tacos.
McKenzie's?
Yeah.
And now this one, I think, took moon shadows.
It did.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It did.
You make me want to smoke.
Is Moon Shadows the place we would go with Jerry?
No, that's Nobu, but Moon Shadows is a place that's right on the water. I've been there with you once, and that is the place where Mel Gibson got hammered multiple times, but one of the times he got pulled over afterward and called a female cop sugar tits and started, for some reason in that moment, ranting about how the Jays control the media. Which is...
in my day, we were allowed to compliment people.
I know.
Now all of a sudden, I can't...
I know.
No, Moon Shadows was the expensive fish place that Norm loved with the view.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would have a DJ also.
We did not belong there, Dan.
No. Wild scene. Blake sent me this. Like I said, you've got reporters in the field. They're out there talking to the residents, taking the temperature, no pun intended, of the streets. And sometimes live TV, you run into, random people.
Yes, I can hear you. So the family with the poor little girl who was
Fire happening right now.
Say that again?
So now we have a man just sort of approaching the shot.
Right now. Fire happening right now.
Say that again?
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're the news though. You're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There,
I think
winds.
it's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Got the,
Okay, there we go.
Unacceptable. Gina,
Wait, I want to hear that again. I want to hear their comments.
Unacceptable. Okay. All right. It's definitely not all
live
because
news?
of the gay people. Yeah.
Yes.
KLTA.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, you know, winds.
All the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go. We got the.
Unacceptable. Gina,
There we go.
All right. Okay. All right. Dude, it's so funny. That's very much, you know what that reminds me of is like Sweaty Jen Olsen guy. Because that guy was just, all he was doing was working backwards from that ender.
Yeah.
Like he knew he was just waiting for the moment.
Yes.
Let me set the line here. The cat's it out. Like, what's the deal with the fire? And when she says, I don't know, he's like, gays. Reel it in.
Yeah, I would have had him explain. Take me through this. How? How can that affect the things?
Yeah,
Maybe
so
he had more.
a lot of power outages. That's happening.
Here or fire? No, are we still
We're
on
still
the
on
fire?
fire. Yeah.
Well, I guess that doesn't matter as much.
As far as the Dallas weather goes, at
Are
least
the Rams going to play or not?
They have put a statement out that said they hope to play there, but are making a backup plan
contingency plans
to play in Arizona.
Okay, because, we got playoff football coming up.
I know. Man, on that front.
How does that affect the line?
I don't know. On that front, certainly the Cotton Bowl is going to be tricky tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a few buddies watching the prices go down, waiting to strike.
I thought about that. I actually looked on SeatGeek just yesterday and thought, what if me and Blake went to our annual sporting event together?
Is that what you guys do?
I think we went to a couple Mavs games, playoff games together.
But you haven't done one this year?
No, I don't think we did one in 25, did we?
Okay.
Or did we?
24?
24.
Yeah, we did.
We did one then, yeah.
So you want to knock yours out this early?
I just like going to sporting events with Blake. There's something about it I like.
I know, but then if you knock it out now, you don't have to do it again for the whole rest of the year.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. No, as far as here goes, there's the Mavs game got moved up by an hour. Not sure what that's supposed to achieve.
Up?
Like it's at 6:30 instead of 7:30.
Seems worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's supposed to refreeze tonight, so maybe they want people off the road.
So,
as far as power outages,
yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
As of right now, we got about 1,000 people with no power. So we'll see. If,
now we're in Texas.
Now we're in Texas. Well, the Mavs thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my transition.
School's
already shut tomorrow.
Back to California.
Okay.
Golly.
Well, Brian Curtis texted me earlier. He said, sorry for the delay because we're trying to book Brian Curtis. First, I was trying to beat the storm into Fort Worth for the UT game. Now I'm dealing with fire stuff. All okay, but family had to go to Orange County to get out of the smoke, etc.
You make me want to smoke. Yes.
Dallas?
Yeah, back to Dallas. That's right.
Back to Dallas.
School's closed tomorrow.
Oh, my mom texted me.
Oh, good.
Back to Cleveland.
It's warmer in Ireland than in Texas.
What a mom text. That is tailor-made right there, my man.
She loves the weather, dude.
I know.
But she definitely has it bookmarked wherever her grandkids or kids live, and we'll follow that. And, yes, if the weather dips below 30, she's texting me, how's everything?
Mm-hmm.
Is it cold there? How are the dogs?
So if we were to try to work backwards here, she probably has the weather app on her phone where it shows you the temperatures in all the different locations, I would imagine.
Yeah,
so Dallas or South Lake is one of them, and apparently we're finding out Ireland is another one of those locations.
She's been to Ireland with Rose.
Okay.
They traveled to Ireland together.
Is McDowell her maiden name?
No. McKenna is.
Oh, okay.
So she's got something in her.
Okay.
Scottish, Irish. I don't know the difference.
What is her last name right now?
She goes McDowell.
That's an interesting one.
That she's kept.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't married that long. and she was married two more
Well,
times.
she had 2 kids that were McDowell's, and she was
know.
McDowell, so she just kept McDowell. And I'm not sure. Maybe even in her next marriage, she might have kept the name McDowell.
Dude, what to talk about dad number 2 getting CUCK'd.
Dad 3, yeah.
Or 3.
But I'm not sure. But it is an odd thing, though, if she did go to Smithbauer, which was her next husband, if she then reverted back to her last husband, not her actual maiden name.
Yeah. That's a tricky one.
What's up with ladies and changing names? That does seem like
I
a
think
beating.
It's generally all to appease men.
Seems like a beating.
Yeah, it does. Seems like a huge beating. Of course, the airport's taking it in the shorts. 1,600 flights canceled out of DFW and Love. Boy, this is the type of stuff that you should just really appreciate. I don't know how it'll be for you today, Dan, but when I get home today, I'm just going to play in the snow for a couple hours. I'm not dealing with any of the downside of snow. Which
Well, I
is
hope it's
travel.
packing snow. I love to roll a nice snowman.
We did that this morning.
You did? Is it packing over there?
Yeah. It was real snow over here.
Mine was pretty thick.
Dude, there's
That's
nothing that
what he said.
Yeah, nothing that little kids love more.
I know. So let's wrap this up. There's your news.
Oh, Jesus.
No, my wife was at the grocery store yesterday, not preparing for the snow or anything. It was to get carrots for the snowman to know.
Hey,
really?
Yes.
listen, I got some extra carrots for
That
my
was her preparation,
timely
not
ass soup.
Yes. No, not to put carrots in a stew or soup
so
or
don't
food
have
to
any
make
food.
for the
Yeah, I
week.
respect that.
It's to build a
that a
damn
lot.
snowman.
She was in front of me in line. Frankel and Frankel will bring us today in history. Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys. They've been with us from the beginning. They are the guys that you want to call immediately if you get in an accident.
Listen, I know you're a good driver out there, good listener.
Thank you.
And if you've got to head out in this weather, you're fine. But I can't guarantee that's the case for everybody out on the road with you.
Yeah.
If some jackwagon happens to get into a weather-related accident with you, you need to make sure you're okay. Then you need to call 214-817-333-3333 and then step away. Let them handle all of it for you, the client, because it's a client-first mission with the Frankels.
Hey, Claire, you remember that one time the Frankels got me that huge car accident settlement?
Oh, Cornelius Falcon, how could I forget?
Yeah, that was super dope.
Was that a fart?
Please stop talking.
Frankel and Frankel.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well, I got a couple of viewer mail birthdays to slip in here, and then we'll do today in history.
Bum, 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 bum.
We have from Nico. Uncle Hotmail, I'd love a shout out for my birthday, January 8th, day 3 or day 5-er, I forget. Blake is a legend. I'd like to thank Jake for the beer at the Jimmy Nelson show.
Heck yeah.
Nico Pizzarello.
Great dude.
P.S. I work in live production. If I could be of any assistance to y'all, don't hesitate to help. How about today?
Yeah, where were you, Nico?
Yeah.
What's this guy doing?
I think Nico either currently or previously worked at one of the churches that has Santa like flying in on a jet.
Yeah.
Really?
Surface for Christmas. You know, you've seen those videos.
Yeah.
Like Owen Hart?
It's very similar to something you'd see on the WWE.
Dear Sultan of the Wizard Sleeve, I'd like to wish my wife of 8 years, Jen Bunker, happy birthday.
JB.
She is a Dan fangirl and a day 1 DF number 14.
Damn, we got a lady in the first fortnight?
I outed myself on Wednesday, her actual birthday, for forgetting to submit a birthday shout-out, but I was promptly corrected that it was Business Wednesday. I still had time. She gifted me a subby for Christmas.
Let's
So
go.
being a new listener, that fact was lost on me. So here we go. How about that? A 2-subby household.
Wow.
Respect.
I know there's a lot of you out there ripping us off, and I'm not mad at it. I just respect these people a little more.
Her leaders, which I'm making up, are the Roast Twins and Blake's terrible attitude about anything worthwhile. More Sarah Heppola, more Soroy.
Good way to
From
put
Matt
it.
Bunker. And finally, I have, hey, Dan, if it's not too late, Happy New Year.
It is.
We're going to read the rest of this? Sure.
Like Jake, I also have a daughter who celebrates a birthday today, January 9th.
Happy birthday.
I'd like to wish happy Marion Barber birthday to my daughter, Caitlin Schindler.
Whoa.
Her leaders are Nora Kemp's video sign-offs, the Roast Twins, and Blake's fear of the Roast Twins. Your pal, former weekly haircut guy, and current fake teeth guy, Rob Schindler.
Wow.
Wow.
You know the great Rob Schindler.
Of course.
Is your daughter's birthday today?
It is.
Oh, man.
6 years old. We convinced her to move the party to an indoor trampoline park this morning.
Ah.
I did get a couple options. The listeners were very helpful.
Okay.
But it was just going to be a lot. But yeah, we got it done. Happy 6th birthday. She honestly, I know you guys don't care about this. She thinks she co-hosts our show. Like, she knows that we play the thing at the end.
Uh-huh.
So every day she comes in and is like, I've got like hours of her recording her own talk show because she thinks we play it. So don't tell her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is today January 9th? Because I just had this one come in. Hey, Clit Conqueror.
The word is always going to be funny to me.
This is the official beekeeper of the Dumb Zone, Day 1 subby, Weston Stroop. It is my 33rd birthday. More Roast Twins. Blake's dating rules should be law. Let's lower the bar on the shroom epi. I propose Jake's 6-month sober chip is a good enough milestone. Hope you're enjoying that honey from the Munster, Texas remote.
Okay.
That's Weston. Not lowering the bar for doing shrooms on the show. 10,000 subs.
Yeah.
So if everybody who has a single household does a double, that'll get us there. Or if, if we just get the word out this year a little bit. But we will do that at 10,000 subs.
Sure. Or at least that's when you'll know I did it.
Hey, speaking of numbers and stuff, whatever happened to the knockout league? You knew I'd get there.
I think we're just going to split it.
Okay, they both picked the same team this past weekend?
A lot of upset people out there wondering if there was collusion or not. So let's just end this mess, split it, and we'll redo things next year. Redo how we do things.
Did they pick the same? Well, we also said you could just keep the 20-point spread on the board.
Yeah, I think in the final 6 or 7 games, they picked the same all but 1 week. But I don't know. We're not handing out any more or less money. Charities are still getting the same. It's not a huge deal, but maybe we'll put something in place next year to keep that from happening.
Blake hates dealing with people, and I kind of can see his bit.
Yeah.
Like we threw out the other day, people that want to come to the stream, and we got really a lot of response. And so now it makes me feel bad. I'm going to have to say no to a lot of people.
Oh, they'll be totally cool about it. Don't worry.
I'm going to try and offer like some future games. If I want the people to be happy. But I can understand.
But the main thing is that if they're not happy with Blake.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
That would be better.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in History.
But because I'm a cool guy, I'm like, Blake, I'll take care of this.
Thank you.
Today in History brought to you by Fairlease. Check them out at fairlease.org.
And say hi to Matthew.
Still up and flying?
Yep. Still up and flying.
They still got that promo code thing on our website?
Yep.
Yep.
Go to
promo codes.
Get a quote.
Thursday, January 9th is today. We're all snowed in. Well, we're not all snowed in. Just Blake is snowed in.
I might do some donuts.
Well, you're technically snowed in.
I mean, I would have gone to your house if you asked me.
Just to see it.
Yeah, you want to come over?
Famously a great snow driver. On this day in 1962, the NFL banned grabbing face masks. So before 1962...
I did not know this.
Woke.
That is pussy stuff. Woke.
The next
I didn't
year
know that. That's crazy.
The next year, yes, they mandated purses.
So how long is that? If you think about, like, when did helmet become law?
What next? They're going to wear shoulder pads?
On On this day in 1998, 3 days after it was sawed off, the head of Copenhagen's famed Little Mermaid statue was returned by a hooded man who dropped it off at a TV station.
Damn.
What if it was Trayvon Martin that dropped it off?
Why would it be Trayvon Martin?
Didn't he have a hood?
A hood?
Yeah.
Good God.
Or maybe it was the Unabomber.
Okay.
Those are the. Who do you know that wears a hood?
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick, the Unabomber, or Trayvon Martin? One of those
Mr.
three.
Robot.
We've narrowed this down. That's a great guy who got away with it. Copenhagen statue. The other guy, the guy who stole the OJ bust from the NFL Hall of Fame, felt the pressure, and like 2 weeks after, just threw it in the middle of a highway somewhere, like off the side of a highway. Somebody found it. Like he had it though for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He had it in his basement in Ohio.
What do I do with this thing?
Like all his buddies were looking at it. They're all baked. Or at least I was when I was talking about it.
Yeah.
On this day in 2007, Steve Jobs unveiled the iPhone, which would go on sale the following June.
Man, I remember I was living with a good friend of mine at the time, and he got one. And I didn't even really know it was coming out. And I was so pissed. And not because he had something that I didn't, but because we stopped talking. Like, we would just sit in, we're both home from work. We'd make our trash dinner or whatever. We'd eat, and we would watch TV, watch sports together. Probably smoke a bowl, kick it. And I realized about a week after him having it, it was like, we just don't talk anymore. He just looked at his phone and was like, I got the internet's right here. I got everything I need. And I'm like, this sucks.
And now life is like that.
Exactly. Damn, man.
I know. I'm thinking about it. On this day in 2017, Deshaun Watson and Clemson defeat Alabama, the first team to beat Nick Saban's Alabama dynasty in a national title game.
Dude, those Clemson teams were fun.
Who was that receiver? Renfro? Was that him?
Renfro.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. They've had a couple of good gringos.
Today's birthdays, we have former Ranger Otis Nixon is 66. You familiar with him, Blake?
I don't think so.
He's got Otis Nixon ahead.
He does. So he was a very speedy outfielder. I think he would later have a run-in with cocaine or the law because of cocaine.
Yeah.
But a very fast outfielder. He was a Cleveland Indians outfielder who at the time the Indians were always a terrible team. And they were always, at least we would have sports discussions on the playground. Like I didn't get to ask John Machota if he was on the playground doing Emmett or Barry, but certainly he was.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, I was doing that one. But the Indians had discussed moving the outfield fences back because they had this fast center. Like they were going to build their whole team and change their stadium dimensions because of Otis Nixon. They thought he was that good at the time. He had like 30 steals. I don't know.
Yeah. Big plans.
Chad Johnson, 47.
He's had a wild life.
Yeah.
I really enjoy his post-playing career. He's got a lot of babies.
And then, like, Antonio Brown takes it up a notch.
Oh.
Or many notches.
Several notches, yeah.
But you kind of thought, oh, my God, this is the craziest any wide receiver could get after their...
Yeah. Ocho Cinco, 6 kids. I mean, like, when he did the legally change his name thing, that's always... There are not a lot of stable people doing that, you know?
Yeah, what's the point? Unless you're doing what Prince did so that he could stick it to the record label.
However, I do want to say that we have a listener who's doing it, and while the guy seems wild, he also seems stable. So I guess it does happen. You just decide late in life, like, hey.
Is he doing it for bit purposes?
Seems like it. Bit/business, which if you can make your business bits, why not?
What sub-level do we have to get for you to change your name legally?
You play your cards right, it could happen with 10K when I'm whacked out on mushrooms.
What'd your dad want you? Rock?
Rock, yeah.
And your brother Brutus?
Yeah, I can't remember. I was one. Those were the two names, though. Yeah.
Sergio Garcia, 45.
Donovan.
Ricardo Pepi is 21.
Who?
Apparently a famous young soccer player here in Texas. I'll cross that. Hold on.
I was going to say, maybe just
never going to read
delete
that one
for next year.
Muggsy Bogues is 60.
Wow. That was a big deal.
He
for
could never
kids.
dunk, right? Like Spud Webb could dunk. Muggsy Bogues couldn't dunk.
No, I think the Muggsy Bogues dunk we saw was fake, right? Or was that a fake Spud Webb one when he was old?
Was Muggsy Bogues in the league or on the same team as Manute Bol?
I don't recall.
And they're pictured together. Like Manute Bol was like 12 feet tall, Blake. You ever hear Manute Bol?
Yeah, Jake said his son would be a top 5 pick in the NBA draft.
Oh, Bol. I think he was, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't because he got hurt.
Oh, okay.
He just missed the mark as a late second-round pick.
He broke his foot right before the draft.
Yeah, I guess LeBron would have been a second rounder had he broken his foot.
He might have been. You don't know.
I guess we'll never know. Actor Catherine Walker is 82. She is the owner in Slapshot. Blake, you ever seen Slapshot?
No.
It's good. It's worth your time.
Didn't you want to do a thing where we eat, you had to say, hey, you're going to watch this movie this month, all three of us. And then next month you get to pick a movie, and the next month Blake gets.
I think that would be good.
Well, it's January.
Yeah. Pick something.
Did you just illustrate to me that it is a month?
Well, no, I mean, it's the beginning of the year.
Your diet starts on Monday, and we start this bid in January.
The year of Jake.
Okay.
That means you'd have to have 4 movies for us to watch throughout the year. I just did that math real quick in my head.
How about that?
Sure you didn't need the GPT for...
I might have been typing on the phone.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you saying Slapshot might be on yours? It
No.
feels like a wasted...
It would be wasted. I'm just saying, let's think about it.
Okay.
Then let's have a meeting. That's what you do on the Business Wednesday meetings. You have a meeting, and then you're like, all right, well, this is good leading into our next meeting that we're going to have. Like, because we got to have another meeting about this. We can't decide anything now. Like, we've never decided a thing in one of those meetings.
I personally...
Except to have another meeting next week to keep talking about it.
Yeah, I don't want to pull back the curtain here too much, but I think you're pretty comfortable like that.
Never deciding anything?
Because I would... I'm a little more antsy.
All right, I've never decided anything.
I was going to say.
Let's see. Actor J.K. Simmons is 70.
Dude. So great.
Vern Schillinger in Oz.
Yeah.
Among many other things.
For sure. I mean, he got an insurance check, right? Farmers.
David Costabile is 58 from Billions and Breaking Bad.
Yeah. This is Gale.
Oh.
No, Wag. Yeah, Gale, right?
Wags in Billions.
Yeah.
Gale in Breaking Bad. Dave Matthews is 58.
What a weird... I wouldn't say weird career. It's just...
I don't really know anything about Dave Matthews except there's a thing called the Dave Matthews Band and people like it. Like my wife likes it.
Yeah.
Some people are obsessed.
He's a very rare, super, super popular act that there also has like rabid fans. You know what I mean? Like Fish wasn't on the radio. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got the cult, but the pop following.
Joey Lauren Adams is 57.
Don't know it.
From Chasing Amy. Actor Karis Dorsey is 27. That's Billy Bean's daughter in Moneyball. And actor John Doman is 80. You may know him as the police commissioner on The Wire.
Oh, okay.
Or as Dr. Jonah Vogelbaum on The Boys. They are filming their new next season right now as we speak.
That guy scares me. Also, he does Home Depot commercials.
Does he?
Yeah, he's got a great voice.
I did a little walking at the Home Depot yesterday.
You went back?
Different one.
Different Home Depot, or you went to a Lowe's before?
Yeah, he went to
a Lowe's before,
Okay.
a Home Depot yesterday, and I went to the Home Depot down on Precinct Line Road like 2 days ago.
This is concerning behavior, I think.
I mean, I had time. I was on a phone call. You know, I like to take a little walk when I'm on a phone call.
Sure.
And we're trying to keep the steps. Today is going to be very difficult.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to have to just give each other a mulligan.
I'm just going to have to walk around the house. Born on this day, now dead, Richard Nixon, Dick Enberg, and Bart Starr, who had a variety. Nobody knows how many sons he had or what their names were.
Or if either one of them died and later, a few days later, had a salamander crawling through his eye socket because nobody had found the body.
Dead on this.
But it is amazing his son's name was Brett.
It's just with one T, but yeah, that is pretty amazing.
The quarterback that would follow you like 17 years later.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Died on this day, still dead, Roy Tarpley.
Damn. I wonder if there's a good documentary about him.
Bob Saget.
Gold.
Melinda Dillon is the mom in A Christmas Story. Were you the one ripping A Christmas Story, Blake?
No, I love it. I watch it every year.
Oh, okay. Who was telling me they hate it?
Which one is it? Oh, yeah, that movie sucks.
Maybe it was you.
Yeah. Not good. That's the one with the pole, the porn kid.
Yeah.
I don't even really remember.
Must be too highbrow for you.
It probably is. Probably is.
And let me ask both of you guys, if you know this name, he died on this day in 1858. Anson Jones.
Anson Jones. I do know. I've heard this before in this very space, but I can't off the top of my head recall what he invented.
This is sad.
Oh.
Because I think you should know this. Because every time I talk to you guys, you're like, oh, man, I'm a native Texan. Anson Jones is the fourth and last president of Texas.
Okay. Boy.
Says here, died of suicide.
Metal. So I don't know that I can help you be... Okay, so... Obviously Sam Houston.
Are you trying to name all the presidents?
Yeah, I don't. Certainly, this was drilled into my head at one time. Blake, you got anything?
That's what I mean.
I know.
Everybody brags about, oh, we have Texas history. You in Ohio, you don't have to learn Ohio history.
Mirabeau Lamar, something.
Are you looking up now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's two of them. Sam Houston. Oh, okay. That doesn't really count. Sam Houston twice?
Was he?
Yeah. Sam Houston twice.
Like
but there's also...
He did a Trump thing?
Yeah.
He was it, then he left, and then
Yeah.
he did it again?
Yep.
Well, they stole the election from him.
That's right.
But, okay, so there were 5 different ones, but Sam Houston twice.
Yeah, David Burnett, I don't remember hearing that name, but apparently that was for less than a year. But then Sam Houston...
Yeah, they always talk about Sam
Lamar.
Houston as the first one. Apparently, David Burnett was.
Yeah. I wonder if that's Burnett, Texas.
I wonder if Lamar High School is named after Mirabeau.
No, I don't think so.
Why?
It definitely is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually called that.
I wonder if Jerry Jones is named after Anson Jones.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The Republic of Texas was a sovereign state from 1835 to 1846.
And again in 2025.
What does sovereign
open.
State mean?
They had their own. They had full sovereignty. They were not a part of any other republic or.
So it was its own country?
Sure.
Basically?
That's how it had presidents. What are we talking about?
Okay, so a sovereign state is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Germany was a sovereign state?
And then it joined the U.S. because it didn't think it could defend itself from Mexico on its own. I think
That I believe is true.
What's the word sovereign mean?
it means in control of your own.
Possessing supreme or ultimate power.
Yeah, like a sovereign individual. You're able to make your own decisions. What? You are. You're.
I know. I want to be called that, though. No one's ever called me sovereign. That seems great.
Write that down, Blake.
How
do we achieve sovereignty for Dan in this year, 2025?
I forgot about the Dave Matthews poop incident.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Huh?
I assume you knew about that one because we've talked about it.
What's that?
I mean, he denies it, but there is, of course, urban legend that his tour bus dumped a lot of human feces out of their bus into the Chicago River, and it got on a lot of people. A lot.
But it was Dave Matthews' poop, so aren't they happy about it?
I know. I think some people might have sued or something.
I think my wife loves Dave Matthews. That seems like one of the bands she's gone to see with her lady friends.
Don't know a lot about your wife, but let me tell you, yes, your wife loves Dave Matthews.
Well, I think a lot of Karens like Dave Matthews.
Okay.
And also probably Roseanne's.
Well, that must be a tough scene, like getting out of that parking lot.
Oh, just
yeah.
Yeah, it's the Royal Rumble of I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind.
Is my wife a potential Roseanne? Like, if you're a Karen, does that automatically put you on the path?
No, not automatically. There may be some crossover, but look,
Feels like there's be a lot of crossover.
We don't have a lot of thin Roseannes. I'm sure they're out there, but there aren't many of them. You have to get jowly.
Okay.
I
like having a Karen around. I'm not sure I'd like to have a Roseanne around.
You definitely
because every now and again you need a Karen for you,
right,
on your behalf, even if you're sovereign.
Even still, hey, they got to have treaties. So I guess we're doing this again tomorrow. If you're a subscriber, we'll send you a link.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. 10 Below. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much.
Here's Mr. White Christmas, here's Mr. Snow, here's Mr. Icicle, here's Mr. 10 Below.
Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
He's too much.
I never want to see a day that's over 40 degrees. I'd rather have it 30, 20, 10, 5 and let it freeze.
Here's Mr. White Christmas, here's Mr. Snow.
That's right.
Here's Mr. Icicle, here's Mr. 10 Below.
Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much. Too much.